Hi everyone, I'm your host, Survivalman1, and in this episode today, as you can see, that I'm going to be doing a brand new game, and I'm going to be doing Keys to the City, which is basically a downloadable content that you have to download on Crackdown is actually the game I'm playing right now, and the only thing I'm going to be doing in this game is basically getting through it without a problem. But with the Keys to the City is that once you get out of the game immediately, that it would reset your game. It won't even save it. It's just that it won't even save your game in any way. So we're actually going to do a couple things to add to the keys that we get. So let's see. I'm going to do that, and with the Keys to the City, you can actually, if you wanted, have the streets empty. You can spawn like any car. Well, not really any car, but just like agency cars as of right now. You can spawn a ramp truck. You can spawn a explosive barrel if you wanted, but those are very explosive. But with the Keys to the City, they won't harm you because you would get. Also with that, you become unbeatable. So that'll be like God mode, so that you won't be defeated in any way. So like your enemies that will take you down won't even take you down at all. You'll be just standing there, just taking hits. Like you won't even take any hits. You just stand there like, I'm untouchable. You are back at it. So I'm gonna spawn a agency supercar. One of my most favorite cars that is actually in the game, because personally I really do like the agency supercars. And speaking of it, it's nighttime actually, naturally. So we're gonna go ahead and drive here. Whoa, need to focus here on the game here. And with that, if you're being in God mode, pretty much that your car is actually untouchable as well. So you won't have no problem of saving your car from any chaos that is around, pretty much. So first things first, that any other game that you actually have to start at a certain location, which is right here. So we're going to go ahead and get up in here and take these guys down. Okay, we got one down. There's 3 of them left. Okay, we got 2 down. Okay, we got 3 down. We got 1 more left to go. Just right up here. So we're gonna give him a nice little surprise. Yes, I do have the cloaking device, which allows me to be invisible in any way. But it doesn't last very long, so you gotta be careful where you are. And you gotta be careful of your bio armor, which means that the little white bar that's protecting your health bar, it will deplete when you're using the cloak device, because once it's out and you get hit, it will go down a lot quicker than you think. So then you will die a lot quicker. But since I'm actually in God mode as of right now, it won't affect me at all. So it would protect me in any way. So we're going to go ahead and enter here, and we've got unlimited guns here. So we're going to select our guns here, and I'm going to pick, let's see, what I like to call a sniping rifle, or a sniper rifle, but it's actually a long shot, a Bastion SX 900 long shot. So I'm going to go ahead and select that. And then I'm going to select a bombing device. So that allows me, hey, I do not want to reselect that. Let's see here. Hey, why am I, really, come on now. I just don't like when I'm selecting a different weapon or selecting a different throwing bomb items. I just like to use the cloaking device because, one, you can sneak up on your enemies and you can give them quite the element of surprise in any way. And that's what I like to give my enemies in any way. So let's go ahead and reload and exit the supply point. That's basically what it's called. A supply point allows you to travel throughout the city as long as it's in your hands in any way. Now, since I activated this, now there are some other supply points that are now inactive, which is not in our hands. We have to go ahead and take care of that. But before we do any of that,
El Numero Martinez is the eyes and ears of Los Muertos, and thanks to his loyal bangers, knows everything about anything on the streets. Residing in the heart of the multi-level hillside housing development on La Mugre Southern Island, this manipulative and malicious criminal also holds the Los Muertos purse strings. Martinez puts the gang's ample illegal earnings to especially effective use when threatened, by hiring the best assassins money can buy.
As you clearly can hear, that we have to go to Juan Martinez, as you can see right here on this little image here. So normally, this is actually the leader of the gang that we have to go to, and we have to eliminate him to take out all 7 in the district that we're in right now, which I do know where all enemies are located, but it won't show up on the map in the game itself. But I do have a map here on my wall, and I will show you that on another time. But as of right now, this is just the first episode, but the second episode I will show you the map that I currently have. But I will show you that in another time. So let's go ahead and take out this enemy here. And as you can see, right there on the map, shows you exactly his exact location. And we're going to go ahead and go over there now. And that's basically going to be for this episode, pretty much. Or try to get 2 enemies down at least, since I probably would have enough time here. But you know what? There are objects, orbs like this, hidden throughout the map, or throughout the game. There are about, I would say, 300, I think? Or no, I think there was 500 or something like that. I didn't really catch it. But normally, you get 1 per area, or like per hidden location. So there's a lot of those throughout the map. So we're going to go ahead and find those, but we're going to actually do that later on. So we're going to go ahead and get this guy here and get him down. And also look on your map too at the meantime, because you never know what enemies could be lurking around your location, because they could sneak up on you and start shooting at you, pretty much. So you just want to be careful where you're running to, or, you know, just gotta be careful sometimes. But I do have parking locations on my map, and I do have like 2 of them over here at this location. So we are going to go ahead and find my parking spot, which I normally like to use. So we're going to go ahead and go that direction right now, and it's right here. I'm going to slow down just a little bit here. I'm going to turn right up in here. And yes, this is my nice little parking spot back here. And it gives me a nice little point, a vantage point. So we're going to go ahead and park the car here, if you're driving, that is. But if you're running, just go straight shot right at it. So we're going to go ahead and get out of the car right now. But yes, you don't really have to have the door shut automatically. You could just run away from the car and the door just will shut automatically, so you won't have a problem. But make sure your car is way well away from your enemy's lair, because there are so many things that they can do to it naturally. So, first things first, we got a checkpoint that's going to be right up here. So we're going to go up here, which is a supply point. We're going to go ahead and not jump, that is. So we're going to go ahead and crouch. There we go. So we're going to go ahead and enter the supply point and re-exit. So, here we go. Now, the thing I like to doing is that sneaking up on my enemies and sniping them, but there are certain areas that you can snipe them. But they do have a choice of words though, so you gotta pay attention to where they're at. So you just gotta know where they're at anyhow. So we're gonna go ahead and try to snipe these guys here. So we're gonna take them out. Now, we've got the cloaking device in anyway, but I'm gonna try to make this quick in anyway. So my target is way back there, okay? Way back there. Right where you can see the glowing green orbs back there. He's basically somewhere back there. So we're going to go ahead and target this guy right here and do it one more time. Yes, we got him there. The thing is about me sniping is really, really sneaky sometimes. So I'm really good about that. So, here we go. We just really need to somehow snipe each and every one of these enemies here. So we're going to go ahead and, oh, you're crouching there, dude. You know what? I'm going to get you right here. How's that? Okay, there we go. But sometimes if you like to use, throw bombs, go for it. Because, you know, you don't really have to do a whole lot. It just bombs quite a lot. So we're going to switch my, guns here. And here we go. And this is what I like to do. This is really what I like to do sometimes. Just jump up and just go whop, bing. And sometimes when I do that, it actually takes out a lot of enemies at the same time, which really does quite a lot of aim and it takes a lot of skill. Me personally, I've been playing this game since I actually gotten it. So, naturally, I know exactly where everything is, like I said. So, naturally, I know where everything is, so it shouldn't be that hard for me at all. So, we're going to go ahead and try to take out my enemies here, if I can. But, all I really want to do is take out my actual target, which he's right up there. As you can see his icon way up there at the top. He is right over there. But sometimes he does get out of his little nifty little lair at the top. So, ow! Did not want me to do that. But you know what? I go right back up without harm. So I'm going to go ahead and bomb that there. And yeah, they'll try to bomb you and try to kill you in any way. So you want to make sure your strength is really up high. And once you start the game, naturally, you are, like, pretty much weak. So they can just take you out really quick. So, the best thing to do is actually just take out your enemies using strengths. Use your actual physical body itself to actually hit your enemies in any way to boost your strength. And now, our strength is now up one stage. So we're going to go ahead and try to take out as much enemies as we can. But normally, if you have the downloadable content of the keys to the city, you can actually take out the whole entire game. Excuse me. You can take out the whole game, or just basically beat the whole game with the actual keys to the city, but it doesn't save it. So you gotta be very, very cautious of that. So, like I'm as of right now, using the keys to the city. So, like right now, this is not being saved. So, just remember that if I actually X out of the game right now, everything I just did right here is gone. That you've seen just for 16 minutes of this, basically. So everything you see now will be gone. And I would have to redo everything, which is going to be annoying, just that alone. And I find that very annoying because everything I just do, sometimes it just really bugs me, but it don't bug me at all because it's good to redo everything so you have a good memory of where everything is. Okay, where's this guy at? Like, seriously, where's this guy at? There he is. It's like, I know he's somewhere. So I'm going to take him out right here. Ladies and gentlemen, Martinez is eliminated. He's out. So, and now we're going to get incoming dossier update.
With Martinez out of the way, Los Muertos' finances and information flow are severely disrupted. The low-level bangers lack the intelligence and expertise to effectively take his place, making Los Muertos a softer target.
So I basically have enough time to do one more guy here, and I'm going to, let's see, I do have one location that's going to be really easy for me. So I'm going to go ahead and go to that location right now, so he's taken care of. So now, here's the bad part of this though, is that once you take out their leader, you'll see the red, the circle icon that's on the top corner of the screen there. That actually is giving you an indicator that the strongest gang members will be coming towards you at the same time, which means they're stronger than the original ones. So they'll show like an icon of their symbol and a circle around them. And once you see that, then you know that you're not safe at all. Because one, that it will take them quite a lot to take you down at one time. So you want to make sure you're staying, in the area as long as you can. But the longer you stay, the more they give up. So you want to make sure that anywhere you go, you want to make sure you're pretty much staying safe in any way. And that's basically the whole part of surviving. So you really want to pay attention to where you're going. Really, naturally. So we're going to go ahead and take out these these three enemies down here. But we've got this guy over here that I did not take out. I did not take him out yet, and he is now officially down. Now, we're going to go ahead and go down the stairs and just bear with the darkness here because my camera just likes to not really do very well on certain games here. Ugh. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and do a bomb there, and a bomb here, and a bomb there. Take all three of them out at the same time, but you know what? Is he down yet? Oh yeah, he's down. Okay, so there's still one more in the area pretty much, so where is he at? Oh, I see. There you are. Oh, snap. Alright. Want to play a little hide and seek here? Because I can give it to you, buddy. Play a little hide and seek. How's that? So, where's the other one at? You're where? Let's see. Where are you at? Where you at? Yeah, I like those homing missiles. I really do. But when they're really towards you, you really can't escape them hardly at all. So, basically, you got to really try to know exactly where they're coming at, and then try to avoid it as much as you can, because once they hit you, you dead, pretty much. Or it will actually naturally would take you out naturally, and I'll show you where the gun that I'm using right now, where it actually is. But that's later in the game, so we're gonna save that for later in the game. So, ooh, we've got more enemies here, so we're gonna go ahead and take that location out. And now, since we took care of that, we can go ahead and go back to our car. And yes, we have the running speed here, which is quite unique when it comes to super agent agility, I think it is, that allows me to run a lot faster than the actual cars, which is pretty neat. So we're going to go ahead and do one more, like I said I was going to, so we're going to go ahead and do that, and I do have a good idea where to go, so let's see. Oh yeah, right over here, naturally. Alright, so let's see, where to go. So there's guys right above me here that like to shoot at you, but you know what? Don't let them bug you. But once I'm coming in here, they just like to sneak up on you in any way, so we're going to go ahead and put the car right here because, one, you never know what they could have, naturally. So, we're going to go ahead and do a nice little sniping right at the start. So, we're going to go ahead and get up on the top here on this little thing. And we're going to go ahead and get this checkpoint here. We're going to get this nice little checkpoint that's going to be up here. And I like to call them checkpoints because they're easier to travel around the city. And the more you have, the more you can store gang weapons, which is pretty much really easy to know exactly where to go. So it's really easy. Where are you at? Where are you at? Where you at? Ooh, I should have switched weapons there. I should have. Oh, okay. Okay, I was hoping that guy didn't die there, because if you hurt a civilian, naturally the agency will actually take action against you. So you want to try to avoid that as much as you can, because that will destroy your reputation pretty much. So you don't want that. You don't want to have that destroy your reputation, because that can lead to problems there with the agency kind of almost destroying you pretty much. And they'll try to in any way. So, you want to make sure you're not doing the wrong indication in any way. So we took the checkpoint, and now we got to take on some other enemies here that are still in the area. So we're going to go ahead and take them out here. And just like that, and like that. So we took them out, not a problem. Oh, not only that, certain areas, there are these, this is actually a agility race that allows you to jump on rooftops, but you need to have enough, agility stars. So you got to be a certain star on your agility in order to do the race. So naturally, if you so yeah, that's pretty much about it. So I'm actually going to end it right here. So if you like this video, please leave a like and a comment, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Peace out.
Jose Tremendo Guerra uses his failing nightclub on La Mugre's southern island as a front to ply his vile trade, the manufacture and distribution of a potent and addictive narcotic cocktail. A cunning, cold-blooded operator, Guerra takes deliveries of the drugs by day and deals them to the desperate by night. This operation alone accounts for a significant percentage of the Los Muertos' illicit income.